It is Sunday, April 9th, and these are our Roma tomatoes. And they are still looking healthy and pretty, and they're starting to get a little tall, kind of doing what they want. So I'm about to go through and tie them up to this fence. So I just want to kind of show a little update. And to tie the tomatoes, all I do, we've got, I have an old blue bed sheet, and I just cut it in strips and use that to tie it to the fence. So when I get finished doing this, I'll come back and show what that looks like. Thanks. Okay, this is our row of Romas. After having them tied up, I tied them up and then went back and cut off all the lower leaves that were touching the ground, and just have the row nice and cleaned up. And they are looking healthy and happy. Oh, and I found, let me see if I can find the plants. There's some that already have little Romas on them. Let me find them. Now that I'm looking for them, I'll never see them. Let me get down. There they are. Look how pretty. 2 little tomatoes already on the plant, and lots of blooms. And hopefully lots more to come. So, all right, this is the Roma tomato update. And I tied up this row, and I'll turn this off in a second and go show you the other row that I tied up. We have 2 rows of Romas, and there's my baby Romas. Cool. All right, and we have 20 on this row, I believe, and 19 on the other row. So should have plenty of Romas if they make well. All right, I'm going to turn this off and carry you over to the other row of Roma tomatoes that I have tied up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I want to show you the 2 rows and where they are in the garden, because we're kind of doing a comparison of how they grow in the different locations. This row that I just walked down and showed you gets more morning sun and less of the evening sun. Then I swing around, and the row over on this side of the yard, this gets more sun all day. It gets that hot evening sun as well. So eager to kind of do a comparison how they do. But here they are, and still looking pretty and happy and healthy. Okay. And this row I went and I tied up to the fence, and I just cut off the lower foliage that was dragging the ground. These Roma tomatoes are a determinate variety, which we've read you shouldn't cut the suckers off the tomato plants. Give them more room to fruit. So I did not take the suckers off, even though it's driving me crazy, because I've always used to growing tomatoes that you go through and you cut the suckers. But we are letting them grow, and there's lots of pretty blooms. I didn't find any small tomatoes on these yet. Lots and lots of blooms. Lots of new growth. Just look like pretty plants. So I just hope they make lots and lots of pretty tomatoes. The blooms you see through there, the yellow blooms, are we're letting the mustard plants go to seed. Hopefully collect some seed, and also they're just great for bringing in honeybees. The honeybees have been working this all morning. So letting them go to seed and stay in as long as we can to bring in some pollinators. All right, this is just the Roma tomato update. This one's got lots of blooms. Pretty. Hope I can show you lots and lots of tomatoes before long, but we have 2 so far, so that's cool. Pretty plants. Okay, I'm going to turn this off and wander over and show you some of the Better Boys. This is kind of a mystery tomato. It was supposed to be Roma. We planted it with the Romas, but it sure looks different. So we'll see when it starts to fruit if it's something different. The foliage looks completely different to me than the other Romas. It's supposed to be a Roma, but I'm glad it's on the end so we can kind of watch it, because I don't think it is. We'll see. Okay, these are our Better Boys, and we have them planted on the end of each of these rows. So there's one. And here's another one. Oh, he has a big old tomato hanging on it. It's kind of funny. The smallest plant we have, the great big tomato. It's fun. Here's another. This is definitely, well, this is supposed to be a Better Boy. We just have it on the very end of the row of Romas. And Look, we had another one that had some fruit. Here it is. This Better Boy has a little cluster of 3 tomatoes on it. I hope they make it. I'd love to have a tomato in a couple weeks. Peel the blossom end off. All right, and we have more. I'm just not going to take you around and show you all the Better Boys, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 Better Boys altogether. Yeah, we have 10 Better Boys planted all in different locations on the end, usually on the end, mostly on the ends of rows we've got. All right, this has been the Tomato Update. Thanks for watching.